Hello and welcome to today's video. We will be walking through some questions which can be solved by the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. If you are unsure of how we know this result, click the link in the description for our video on deriving the quadratic formula. In this formula, we see three distinct pronumerals, which are a, b, and c. In order to understand how to use the formula, we must go back to the general form of the quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. In order to use the formula, we apply the different parts of the equation to the formula. That is, 4ac is the product of 4, the coefficient of x squared, and the constant. Similarly, the negative b calls for the negative coefficient of x. However, we must remember that the coefficient involves the operation before it. That is, in the equation x squared minus 3x plus 5 equals 0, the term a is plus 1, or 1, but the term b is negative 3. Let's move on to some questions. Take the equation 3x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 0. The a term is 3. The b term has a subtraction sign before it, so the b term is negative 4, and the constant is 1. Substituting the values into the formula, we get negative brackets negative 4 plus minus square root of bracket negative 4 squared minus 4 times bracket 3 times bracket 1, all divided by 2 times bracket 3. The negative of a negative is positive, so the negative of negative 4 is 4. The discriminant is the root of negative 4 squared, which is 16, minus 12. The whole equation is divided by 6, giving us 4 plus minus square root 16 minus 12 over 6. Simplifying the equation gives us 4 plus minus 2 over 6. Dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 2 gives us our solution. X equals 2 plus minus 1 over 3. Let's do another equation. Take 2x squared plus 8x plus 3 equals 0. We first determine the values of a, b, and c. We see that a is 2, b is 8, and the constant is 3. Plugging this into the equation provides us with negative 8 plus minus square root 8 squared minus 4 times 2 times 3 over 2 times 2. This provides us with negative 8 plus minus square root of 64 minus 24 all over 4. Simplifying gives us negative 8 plus minus square root of 40 over 4. The square root can be turned from root 40 to 2 root 2. This gives us negative 2 plus minus 2 root 10 over 4. Dividing by 2 provides us with our solution, which is x equals negative 4 plus minus root 10 over 2. We can move on to some word problems now. Take the following question. A rectangle with side lengths that differ by 3 has an area of 17 square units. Find its dimensions. We must first try to translate this question into mathematical language. Assume one side of the rectangle is n. That provides us with the equation n times brackets n plus 3 equals 17. Expanding the left side of the equation provides us with n squared plus 3n minus 17 equals 0. We can now use the quadratic formula. We see that a is 1, since n squared has no number before it. B is 3, and c is negative 17. Placing these terms into the formula provides negative 3 plus minus square root of 3 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 17 over 2 times 1. This simplifies to negative 3 plus minus square root of 9 plus 68, since the double negatives turn into a positive number, all over 2. However, since the question is asking about a dimension, which must be positive, we can eliminate the option of negative 3 minus square root of 77 over 2, as it provides us with a negative answer. This means that our sides are negative 3 plus square root of 77 over 2, and 3 plus brackets negative 3 plus square root of 77 over 2, since one of the sides is n plus 3, which provides us with the second side of 3 plus square root of 77 over 2. Let's walk through one last question. The following equation is given. 0 equals nx squared plus 7x plus 5. Express x in terms of n. We see that a is n, b is 7, and c is 5. Placing these terms into the formula yields negative 7 plus minus square root of 7 squared minus 4 times n times 5 all over 2n. This provides us with negative 7 plus minus square root 49 minus 20n all over 2n. Since we cannot simplify this anymore, this provides us with our final solution of x equals negative 7 plus minus square root of 49 minus 20n all over 2n. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and join us next time for the release of our new series, Minute Maths, where we prove a formula in a minute. Stay tuned until then and keep on mathing.